Yeah, good morning. We're at the Orange Grove Museum in Southern California, in Riverside, California. The Orange Grove Museum is kind of iconic for me. I can still remember orange groves being the main crop in this area. And just before Disneyland opened, and uh, 65 years ago, 70 years ago, I can remember a movie clip of Walt Disney walking through orange groves, pacing off where he was going to put it in his Disneyland. But for me today, I'm going to tell you the backstory on a book called The Judas Robe by Larry Rodness. Judas Robe was a good book for me. I enjoyed it. But knowing the backstory always seems to make it a little bit better. Now, I'm going to quote Larry on this. The novel, The Judas Robe, actually came out of a vampire script I had written years ago as a screenplay. Who hasn't written a vampire story? Vampires always pose the existential question about immortality and the consequences of actions down through the centuries. Well, I jettisoned the vampire aspect, but decided to address the question about religion and its effect on humankind. The most important thing in this story was creating an incident strong enough to have an impact for thousands of years and affect millions of people. The hook for me was the Judas Robe, an ancient relic that had once been owned and protected by one family for years, was now being threatened, and its exposure would affect almost everyone on the planet. So when you read the Judas Robe, now that was the end of his quote. So when you read the Judas Robe, it made it a little more interesting to me to know that it was originally a vampire story and a movie script at that. As a script writer in me, I went back through the book a second time and really enjoyed picturing the movie that it might have made. Ray Rodness, one of my admired authors, writes novels, writes screenplays, and as I understand, has become successful enough that he's not writing novels anymore. Too bad. Judas Robe, quite a good book. So here we are at the Orange Museum in Southern California. Going to go over to a book signing event here in a few minutes. My name is Jeff Bailey. I write the Singh Family Conspiracies and the screenplays to go with them. Good.